in Westwood. I went to school in Westwood. UCLA, 8 clap. UCLA, fight, fight, fight. Basketball season, not this year, but most years. UCLA basketball, best in the world. And I'm here with Chris Korbel, and he's a storyteller who I've gotten to know over the last year through UCB Theater. He's been coming to the Busted shows, and he's really funny, great storyteller, and I'm really glad to have him here making his Busted Los Angeles web show debut. Take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Scott. So before I get into the story, I just want to let you know it's 100% true, but I did change the names of the people in the story. I'd just like to let you know that because I think it's really important to be honest, and I don't want you to think I'm a liar. So I am on this great date with a girl I met online named Deborah. She has short brown hair. She's a Pisces. She loves the musicals of Stephen Sondheim. We're at the Coffee Bean in Santa Monica, the Fire Pit Coffee Bean. It is just a beautiful, great date. But unfortunately, it has to eventually come to an end. So we make plans to speak later in the week and tentatively arrange a really amazing date for the following weekend. And we step out onto Wilshire Boulevard and we hug goodbye. And strangely enough, we find ourselves just heading in the exact same direction on Wilshire. And she says to me, "Oh, Chris, did you park up the street too?" And I said, "No, Deborah, I took the bus." "Oh, you took the bus?" "Yeah, I'm dyslexic." And then I mentioned this part because I know she's a nurse. "And it's not safe for me to drive, so I take the bus." And Deborah takes a step back and extends her arm rather formally and says, "Chris, it was very nice to have met you." And in that moment, I know I will never see Deborah again. And on the bus ride back, I replay what happened. Should I have said it differently? Should I have not? I mean, what did I do? I was going to beat myself up all day long, but thankfully, A, it was a short bus ride, and B, for the first time, like in forever, I actually have 2 dates on the same day. I'm meeting a girl named Barbara. I also met her online. We're going to go out for cocktails. She is about 5 years younger than me. She runs her own PR firm, and like myself, she lives in Westwood. When I finally meet Barbara, she's actually about 8 years older than me. She doesn't really run her own PR firm as much as is living off of a large divorce settlement. And she actually lives in Tarzana, which is out in the San Fernando Valley. But none of this matters because she says to me, "Chris, you're a pretty boy. And if we had children, they would have been beautiful. And I shouldn't have another glass of Prosecco or this night might get crazy." I am so glad we are in walking distance of my apartment. I cannot believe that just a couple hours earlier, I was driving myself nuts over this girl because I couldn't drive, and now I'm about to get laid. You know what? I don't want to have a stigma. I don't want to torture myself. I'm going to prove to myself just how bullshit that whole experience with Deborah was. "Hey, Barbara, I'm having a great time. I love the way this evening's going, but I just got to let you know. I don't drive. I take the bus. It's not safe for me to drive because I have dyslexia." And Barbara, she stares down at her glass and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry." "Don't be sorry, Barbara. I've been dyslexic all my life. I went to college. I went to grad school. I'm a writer, so it's good." And she says, "Oh, no, I'm talking about your dyslexia. I mean, you're a man who can't drive. You must feel so emasculated. Ouch." So I get up, I pay the bill, I grab my remaining manhood, and I walk home. You know, Los Angeles has 1.4 million daily commuters in public transit. And until this day, I didn't realize that made me undateable, being one of them. I love Los Angeles. I love women. I don't want to have to choose, and I certainly don't want to move back to New York City. And it's a tough couple of days. And then I get a message from another girl I met online before all this happened, and her name's Adrian. She's 5'4". She is an HR director. She's originally from Kenosha, Wisconsin. I think I'm just going to message her and let her know that I don't drive and just take the bus. But my friend Nick says that is a terrible idea. Now, Nick's a ladies' man, so I listen to what he has to say. He says, Chris, never tell a woman you take the bus. Never tell a woman you don't drive. But Nick, she's going to find out eventually. Yes, Chris, but by that point, she'll be in love with you. Clearly, Nick has not been listening to my story. What if she finds out beforehand, Nick? Then you tell her this. You say, I take Uber. I take it everywhere. I love it. You don't have to worry about parking or gas. You can drink. You can stay out all night. Uber, Uber, Uber. I love Uber. Yeah, Nick, but I don't take Uber. And that would be a lie. Nick's a good guy, but we live in different worlds. He drives a Porsche. So I come up with my own master plan. She lives in Santa Monica. So I tell her to meet me at Varsa's back patio at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday night for cocktail hour. And when she gets there, I say, look, Adrian, I can only hang out for 45 minutes because I got to get back to the 3rd Street Promenade, which is about a 5-minute walk. She'll assume I parked in the promenade. In truth, it's just where I pick up the #1 blue bus. Technically, not a lie. And she buys it, and we're having a good time. And I'm relaxed, and I'm enjoying myself, and things are really pretty groovy. And then I have a weird feeling in the pit of my stomach. And I find myself saying, hey, Adrian, how was your drive? And she says, good, Chris. And yours? Adrian, I don't drive. I have dyslexia. It's unsafe for me to drive, so I take the bus or train, and it works for me. Go on, I'm thinking to myself, Adrian, give me your best shot. She says, well, Chris, makes sense. I read your profile. You're from New York City. You're used to public transportation. And you know what? Sometimes when I don't feel like driving, I take the bus too. Wow. We're actually having an authentically great first date. This is amazing. I mean, I even kiss her when I say goodbye. I mean, it is a wonderful end to a wonderful evening. I'm only sorry it lasted 45 minutes, but I did say 45 minutes, and I don't want her to think I'm a liar. Also, around 8 o'clock, the blue buses start running really slow. Quick epilogue. About a month or two ago, I found out that my dyslexia was not affecting my ability to drive. I actually just had a lot of PSTD. I was nervous about driving. So I now am a licensed driver. So every time that I told a woman that I have to take the bus because I can't drive, I was full of shit. Thank you.
Like I said, there's